Wow. Welcome back to Porsche of Nashua, and here we are today reviewing the 2024 Porsche Cayenne S. This one has just over 400 horsepower. Mike will tell you that when we get in the car to go for a ride, but I just want to go for a quick walk around. This is the coupe. This is not the standard Cayenne. So you're going to notice that it's got that nice swoop in the back. It's got the little spoiler up top, little spoiler right here. And also, of course, underneath you have your area where it opens right up. I want you to look at the cavernous back area. This is huge.
Under the hood here, you're going to find a 468 horsepower, 442 foot-pounds of torque V8 twin-turbo engine. This optimizes for power output, torque, low vibration operation, and a really neatly characteristic sound. I truly like that a lot with this particular truck. In addition to that, we're going to swing around over here and check out the inside of the car. Here's the back seat. As we get into the back seat, you're going to see it's got finished off with a chalk gray. And again, I'm 5'8", 235 pounds, and I fit just perfectly in this car. It has the actual temperature control right here. It has the fold-down cup holder right here in the center, and is certainly a very comfortable car. Also has a couple of USB charging ports down below, and you can see the 12-volt power thing, along with a couple little baskets so you can put stuff in. You also have this beautiful panoramic sunroof and a coat hanger so that you can put your stuff and make sure that it's hung up quite nicely. I think it's really well laid out back here, and I enjoy the actual overall kind of ambiance of the car from this point. I will say that it is super comfortable, and again, I love the chalk. The chalk just looks so nice on the inside of the car. On the passenger side, Porsche does it right again. They hit with the 3 buttons on the side for your 3 passengers, so 3 different people could get in and out of the vehicle. You can see this right here has a deviated stitching on the leather and also a nice piece of knurled aluminum on the front, along with 2 grab handles straight ahead and then 1 up above your head so that you can make sure you could get in and out of the car quite nice. Getting into the Cayenne S, you can definitely see it's been well laid out even on the driver's side. You've got the 3 buttons along with your window switches and your mirror switches, and also you could pop the trunk right from that spot, which is really a neat feature, so you don't have to worry about reaching down on the floor or against the dashboard. It says Cayenne S right there, and you get into the car and you can definitely see the adjustable steering wheel is electrified, so all you can do is press and hold that. It's telescoping and it goes up and down. Right there is your lights and your other features. So going in to sit in the car, you can see right here we have this very nice layout of the car. Now you can see the drive modes and the infotainment section right here. The infotainment is quite nice, and again, it's Porsche, so you know you're going to get a really good feel out of it, and it's just kind of very intuitive. Just so you know, this car tows 7,700 pounds, which Mike will talk about a little bit later in the video. Moving over here to the center console, you can see where it has a nice little cubby hole for storage, a couple of charging ports, and also the 12-volt inside where the cup holders are. Right up here, of course, is your climate control, and your climate control is very well laid out. It's both tactile, and also the buttons where the actual icons are also work for heated and cooled seats. It's really simple to use. Highly recommend you just get yourself used to it. Pushing on this, I loved how the dampening was in this particular section. And you watch as this comes back down. Push it, and then look how nice it comes down. Love that. Also have a nice little glove compartment over here so you can put your stuff in. And now we're looking over at the area where you put your car in reverse, neutral, and drive. So that is your shift selector just by pressing up or down on that button. You can see it's in reverse right now. Great camera view. I really like it. High quality camera. And then you're going to put it in park, and the car is all ready to get out there on the road. Looking at the steering wheel, you're going to see it's the normal steering wheel. It, of course, has your cruise control, it has your wipers, it has your directionals, and the flappy paddle shifters on the back, along with your drive modes. So you can see we're going to go from normal to Sport Plus, and then Terrain. So it's got the 4 different features on it. Watch this garbage truck as it's going by, and you can actually see it driving away right in the center of the screen, which is a really nice little feature, so you can know it's further out than you wanted it to be, which is nice.
Mike, hello.
Hi.
So what's going on today, Mike? What are we driving?
Well, today we're going to be driving the 24 Cayenne S Coupe, and the Coupe is a newer variant of the Cayenne line, and it's very exciting. Actually, they made the car, the Cayenne, they made a sporty version of it, so to speak, and it sits about 1 inch shorter than the Cayenne. It's also about 1 inch wider, so much more aggressive feel. It also has a lower center of gravity. From the A-pillar forward, it's the same as the Cayenne. And then the designers, they reshaped every other body panel behind the A-pillar. And what that brings us is just a more athletic feel for the car.
And could you tell me a bit more about kind of like the horsepower and the torque in this puppy?
Yeah, so for 2024 now, the Cayenne S features a 4-liter V8 that's twin turbocharged. It's going to give you 468 horsepower and 442 pounds of torque. So plenty of get up and go. Actually a very aggressive car, and fills the void of actually 2 cars. So if you're someone that has been hankering for a sports car but it just doesn't fit right now, you know, a car like this can really take up the sports car and the SUV need in the household.
As I was looking at some of the features outside the car, and you know, I saw the dramatic restyle of the car, which I really like, especially the coupe look. You know, it's got the spoilers on the back, the top spoiler, and the spoiler right on the tailgate itself. Can you tell me a little bit more about just why Porsche decided to go in this avenue? And I'm pretty sure I know the reason, but just for hear from you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, SUVs dominate, you know, the car landscape right now in the United States and other countries as well, like China and Europe. So, you know, SUVs are in high demand, and with that said, you know, we wanted to add another SUV to our fleet that was sportier. I mean, we have the Macan, but we wanted to step it up a little bit with something even more sporty, even more aggressive, and that's where the Cayenne Coupe fits in. It's a little bit bigger than a Macan, but it's a little bit smaller than a Cayenne, so it fits right in that segment. You know, it competes with, you know, BMW has a couple of slant back offerings, Mercedes has a couple of slant back offerings, you know, and now we have a slant back offering as well. But I think what we've done is put a more high performance spin on it.
I'm noticing a couple of great things. Number one is it's really supple. I've hit a couple of little bumps here, and I didn't realize that I hit bumps until after 11. Oh wait, was that a bump? So does this have the 3-chamber technology as well?
This Cayenne features PASM, which is Porsche's active suspension management. So yes, it does feature the 3-chamber technology, where you can go from normal, Sport, and Sport Plus, and have the steering get tighter. Also lowers the center of gravity even further to give you more robust handling. This particular car is actually outfitted with the standard suspension, which rides great, as you can see. Also the standard wheels. So you don't necessarily have to go with big wheels to get high performance. I believe these are the standard 20-inch wheels, and they ride great, perform great.
Yeah, it's very super easy to drive. Noticing that just like kind of just looking out the windshield, it's got a much better viewpoint than one of the BMWs I've driven recently. It really looks kind of like that nice raked feeling, and there's no blind spots.
Yeah, that's correct. And you know, it took Porsche about 3 years to design and engineer the coupe. It wasn't an afterthought that they just decided to roll out. So a lot of things like, you know, blind spots and center of gravity were things at the top of their list when they designed the car. And like I said at the beginning, you know, everything from the A-pillar backward was redesigned.
Yeah, this is super comfortable. And let's get it up on the highway. I'm going to go to Sport Plus mode if that's okay.
Sure.
1, 2. Wow. And you got the nice little paddle shifters here, and I'm shifting right at about 4,500 RPMs. You know, nothing crazy. Just to show you all, Sport Plus is definitely, you know, gonna get you moving in the car.
We transitioned back to the V8 platform for the Cayenne S, and as you can see, the power is just very uniform, very even, and it's always at your disposal. It's not trying too hard. So Eric, this car also features Porsche's legendary Sport Chrono package, and you know, a lot of people think that Sport Chrono package, it just gives you a stopwatch and an extra sport mode, but it's actually a lot more than that. Not only does it give you Sport, which remaps the transmission shifting, but it also gives you Sport Plus, which remaps the transmission shifting, but it also changes the engine timing for optimum performance. So you really get to squeeze every little bit of power out of that 4-liter V8.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, we're just trucking along here, and you know, I think that when I did have it in Sport Plus, I noticed a dramatic improvement in the steering of the car, the handling of the car. I noticed that it lowered on the highway, and it felt very connected right through from the ground up, if you will, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah, that's correct. And by going into full Sport Plus mode, is really going to give you sports car-like performance in an SUV. So.
And with over 400 horsepower, this thing is certainly not lacking. I can assure you that. So you know, when we talk about, you know, Porsche and the legendary build quality, Cayenne is number 2 on what they're selling these days. So it's the Macan, and then it's the Cayenne, and then it's the 911. So if you think about that, folks that are out there watching, you know, should I buy, you know, a Porsche? Of course you should. But I would also say it's just comfortable, and the build quality, as we've talked about, is amazing. You know, you talk build quality all the time, and Porsche just does it right every single time.
And we're in normal mode as well, so
yeah.
This is just normal comfort mode with the normal suspension settings, and you know, even at 50 miles per hour, which is the speed limit, you know, little to no body roll. Yeah, the 24 Cayenne received a lot of handling upgrades, so they greatly reduced the body roll on the entire line, from the base car all the way through the GTS.
What we're going to do here, folks, is we're going into my little S turn here, and now we're in Sport Plus mode, and you can hear it just downshifts for you automatically, and it just absorbs that so well. Try doing that in an older car, or something that isn't designed to do what this car does.
And the Cayenne features a gross vehicle weight of over 6,000 pounds. So it's got a lot of weight to it. It's a heavy weight, but because of the power and the weight, you know, you get great road holding. You also have incredible towing capacity at 7,700 pounds.
Wow.
You could tow a small boat, some jet skis, some snowmobiles, a landscape trailer, small camper.
So this can be used for multiple things. So, you know, the utility of this truck is also something that makes it more fun, because, you know, you're not just sitting in a 2-seater car. Look, there's nothing wrong with the 911 or the Boxster, my 2 favorite cars. But I will say that having an SUV, having the ability to head down to Home Depot, pick up a few 100-pound stones or mulch or anything like that, you could do that in this car, whereas you would never dare do that in a 911 or something like that.
So what do you think of the interior, Eric? This is our chalk full leather, which is your leather dashboard, leather door panels, leather console.
I love it. You had mentioned to me inside the dealership that it had the chalk interior in the blue. First of all, the blue pops in the sun. It just... What color blue did you say? This was Montego blue?
Yeah, that's correct. Montego blue, which is new for 2024. It's an all-new color.
Wow.
Yeah, it really pops. It's metallic. It's got blue with a little bit of green in it.
Wow. And I love the interior chalk color. The chalk with the black and these nice little, I assume this is a nice aluminum piece coming across here.
Yep, and diamond pattern, diamond stitch pattern.
That's super nice. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. If you like this type of content, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, it's about the drive.